Good morning, YouTube. This is Chris. Me and Steve showed up at the job site this morning, and we got to grind some couple of stumps around the house. They're redoing the landscaping in this yard, so we got to take out all these stumps all around the whole house. So they're not gigantic stumps at all. They're just it's a little bitty. He's got to cut them and pull them away with the chainsaw, and then we're gonna grind it. But Well, YouTube, we just scored another job next door. We took down the Bradford pear that was up against the house. I dropped it, hooked to the stump grinder with a rope, pulled it out to the road. Steve's gonna cut it up and the county will pick it up, and then I'm gonna grind the stump. All right, so that's that job. Get back to this job. Here's what we got. So here's the tip of the day. We got to still come back over and clean it up. I mean, he just blew it, but it ain't cleaned up yet. We're still gonna do some stuff. So anyway, if you're grinding a stump and you're near a power line, you gotta, you always need to call 811. Get your locates in or whatever, and wherever you're from, your state, wherever. Call the local utilities. They'll come out and mark it for free, no problem. And you just have to wait 48 hours or 24 hours at least before they'll get out and mark it if you do any digging whatsoever in your yard. So, but on this case, in the area that I live, the utilities, like, you have to watch out about the power. Most people say, well, it goes from here to the pedestal out there, or the secondary pedestal. Well, that's not always the case. Not in my particular area, it ain't. Because if you're in South, like say South Huntsville, I live in Huntsville, Alabama, by the way, but if you're in, say you're in South Huntsville and you're got to locate, and you say, oh man, look, hey, look, the power, it runs straight to the pedestal, no problem. Yeah, here's conduit. Yeah. Well, that ain't the case always. If the house is, say, 78 years or older, they'll back in the day, in the old days, they used to just trench from the pedestal all the way up to the meter, and they'll just trench a line, and they just throw the wire in the ditch and then cover it up. Well, that's great and everything if it's 4 foot or whatever, but over time, erosion happens, landscaping happens. They might cut the driveway down or whatever, and I've seen it where you can go out and kick the dirt, and the power would be on top of the ground, their power to their house. So it's not always the case, but that's just giving you a heads up. So the power could come straight. If it was back in the old days, they could have come out, they could have trenched the line and turned it and zigzagged all around if there's something in the way. Or if it's new, they would come out what we call Mickey Mouse ears. They'd come out 4 foot in an angle, and then they would tie the conduit onto it and come straight up here, but this is being an older house. This is probably what they call direct buried, is what we used to call it, but they probably just dug a ditch and threw it, the wire in the ditch and covered it up and called it a day, and because they didn't really have codes. And anyway, that's tip of the day. So let me get back over here to this one and grind this stump out, and it's very humid today. They got a heat advisory out here in Alabama, so it's 104 today, or 110. So this was a Bradford pear. Hey, I tell you what, in the comment below how long you think it's going to take to do this stump.